I'm filming this at the end of all of our work, but I've realized that I've filmed other days and I haven't put them in a YouTube video. So today is going to be a lot of different things, from chickens to bees to the sheep and goats. It'll all be in one. It's kind of like a 6-month update since I haven't recorded and posted anything in a while.
20 seconds. Shane, would you turn on the water and turn on the plucker?
Mm-hmm. Another day at Byrne Farm. You can see that we've got our trailer set up behind us. We just had to replace another tire on it, so that's something that we're going to be fixing here shortly with 4 new tires. But currently we're setting up an alley. So we've had the paddock that they were in a few days ago. You can see how little green there is. That's something that we're really proud of, that the goats and sheep were able to eat all that foliage, specifically the bush honeysuckle that we're trying to get rid of. So right behind me, you can see that they're putting up this alley. We've got perimeter fence on the farm on the other side, and we're really just going to corral them in. Through our experience, the sheep, once they stop moving, they'll stop moving in its entirety. So we just want to create something where they continue moving. That way they go straight into the trailer.
But they said they were wondering what was going on.
Here they are. You can see the newer goats and lambs are getting kind of big. We got Ruth here, and then Nancy. And that's probably little Nancy. I'm not sure where Nancy is. She's in here somewhere. But yeah, the goal today is to sort them so we can get them to the sale barn. So like I've mentioned before, you can see how dead everything is. We got a lot of sticks on the ground. That's because we're cutting the bush honeysuckle when it's, missing the fun.
Am I closing it then? Uh-oh, they stopped.
Oh, shoot.
We got a lot of the sticks down here because we've cut the bush honeysuckle down. You can see over here, they've eaten everything that they can reach, but they still have a lot of leaves and things up top. So what we're doing is cutting that down so that they can eat it when it's on the ground. Hopefully that'll stunt the growth of that bush honeysuckle back.
Peel back like that. Make sure the ones with hair go.
So we've just sorted the females. We're trying to sort out all the ones with this hair kind of stuff on it, or woolliness. We want the ones with shorter hair, so you can kind of see some of them are half. So we got rid of, or we're going to get rid of all the ones that are half partial, and we're going to try to keep the ones that are fully hair. That one there is an exception. It has something wrong with its leg. It's got a weird bit in its abdomen area, but that was the goal in sorting them. Now we're going to be going over to the males here shortly. Welcome back to Byrne Farm. It's been a while since we've done our last video, but today is extraction day. So we will be opening up some of our hives, pulling out the frames that are filled with honey, and then we will be sending it through an extractor to collect that honey and bottle it up. So today is that process. We so glad you're joining us. They just pulled a full frame of honey. Some of the frames that they had been pulling were mostly brood and very little honey, and those are the ones that we want to leave behind because you don't want to take the larva from the hive either. You're cutting off the future bees when you do that. So this tall grass is kind of hard to get a little closer without losing some of the visuals. But this is the first hive that they've opened up. checking all through the frames, just making sure the hive is healthy before they take any of the honey from it. Part of sustainable beekeeping is making sure that the bees have enough to get through the winter. They do produce excess, so it's not unethical to take from the hive, but you got to make sure that they can make it through the winter, or else you're dooming the hive to fail. So these are the spoils of the first hive. I believe these all have honey in it, correct?
Some honey, but they're not full.
Okay, these all have some honey, but not full. Hive number 2 being opened. All right, I don't have a veil on, so I'm gonna try to stay back pretty far, but they were saying there was cross combing, which is where they go from one frame into another, and it makes it hard to separate the frames and figure out what's going on. It also causes there to be some leakage of some honey when they break them apart. So we'll see how that affects our extraction process. What's the plan for today?
Today we are moving the girls from the Olson Woods over to Byrne's Hill. Put them in a paddock with the boys. It is November 18th. And we got 2 more paddocks of honeysuckle over at Byrne's Hill. So we're hoping to get those eaten up. Oh, I am Maggie, president, CEO, owner. No, I'm not the owner.
We have the sheep and the goats, the females at least, in the trailer behind us. We kind of just made their paddocks smaller and smaller until they ran in. We did have one get out, but it was pretty easy to get back in. So Nancy wants to say hi, and we're going to be dropping her off. Ruth, sorry, wanted to say hi. But we'll be dropping them off over at the paddock where we're putting them together. We just finished up hooking up the water and the mineral feeder. So the plan is to drag at least the minerals to the new paddock, and then we'll drop off the water tank for winterizing. Just dropped off the mineral feeder, moving the water to where we're winterizing it over the winter, and the sheep will be let out here soon.